All right, hey guys, we are back, and remember, I put out new videos every single day. Today, we're going to be talking about the perfect storm for Toyota. This is the perfect negativity storm of everything over this year for Toyota that is causing them so much problems. Now, we know about, before we get into some of their other things they got going on, let's talk real quick and just recap on this big scandal they got going on here that they have with the falsifying information on the testing of their vehicles. This is getting huge, okay? Japanese banks are abandoning Toyota, okay? They're just done with it. They're like, this is a low blow. We're not happy. Japan's two biggest banks will start divesting their strategic shareholdings in Toyota Motor worth a combined $8.5 billion and will seek to sell into the automaker's planned share buybacks. They want to get out of there. They're talking about all kinds of things. They give some excuses for this and talk about that. This guy goes to say that I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in Japanese corporate governance, but the timing here does seem awful convenience if the banks are looking to preserve their funds from future losses. This thing is hitting hard, okay? We got here Yahoo Finance shareholder votes in focus as big Japan banks start to sell off the Toyota shares. They got right here, Japan ministry believes Toyota's misconduct might even violate U.S. or UN standards, and they go on to talk about the problems that they did or how they're seeing it. I mean, this is huge, this scandal that wraps around Toyota right now. Toyota shareholders demand a vote against the chairman Toyota, which is Akio Toyota, and he's the one that's, been the chairman for a long time. He's the grandson of the original Toyota maker, and as automakers embroiled in testing scandal, nobody wants to go down with the ship. And they're very fed up with Toyota, and Toyota's in a real bad place because of this. Okay, their stocks are falling. They're having all sorts of issues. They want to kick people out. They want, the government over there, the Japanese government is going after them. UN is interested in this. Like I said, big deals here. This is big problems that are not going away for them anytime easy. And it's costing them a tremendous amount of money. And then here we go, right here. Remember, don't forget, this just happened just at the end of last year. Toyota had to pay $60 million in lending abuse and tarnishing credit reports of its U.S. citizens for the things they did. You can pause this and read it if you want to. I don't want to make this video too long, so we're not going to stay on it. But they were making it basically impossible for people to cancel services that were not needed anymore. And then they were also going ahead and they were they were tarnishing people's credit reports by saying that they actually defaulted on their payments when they didn't, so that they could gain rates on that and things like that. It was horrible what they had going on. So it was a very ugly thing. And then there's even more involved in this Toyota scandal with them right now too. Japanese Transport Ministry is also searching Mazda, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Honda, and they're starting those now. And they say right in here, okay, they got this was on June 10th. 5 or 7 days ago that they said this and started talking about it. But and they gave some dates on one of these articles, one of the ones you just saw, where they are going to be diving into and taking a look at Yamaha Motor Corp on Wednesday and Suzuki Motor Corp on Thursday. They also are looking at Honda. Okay, there will also be the investigations were sparked by initial examinations at Daihatsu Motor Company and Toyota. They are also going to look into Honda. Said the investigation is looking at 22 past models from 2009 to 2017 for falsifying data evidence. But all those models have been discontinued as far as cars. They're not out anymore, but they still did it. The damage is there. These things are going to hit hard. This is going to be a huge factor for all these companies, but especially Toyota. And then so you take all this stuff that's going on with Toyota on the corporate side, it's a mess. Okay, that's a huge part of this snowball, this storm, this bad effect that Toyota is going through right now. Then on top of that, you kick in the fact that the Tundra problems, they're through the roof. You got the recalls going on, and you can just look in here. I mean, you can just see the endless supply of issues with the Toyotas. They just go on and on. I mean, it's and again, it's a great truck. Don't get me wrong, but it's got every vehicle today has problems, but Toyota is supposed to be known for their reliability and their quality and what they were. And it was because their vehicles were so dependable, and we put up with so many of their quirks because they were reliable. And we did all this stuff in Toyota, but Toyota always had that reliability and quality standpoint in its back pocket. Those days are gone. Like I said, it just goes on and on about all the issues with this thing and what people think of them. And I mean, you can just see it here. It's just endless supply of this stuff. Then we bring out the 2024 Tacoma comes out. So we had the 2022 Tundra come out, filled with a lot of problems. People are dissatisfied, upset. Then they come out with the 24 Tacoma. It's doing well, but as you can see, it's only been out for a couple of months, and it's got, like I said, tons and tons of problems here too. Fortunately for the 22 or the 24 Tacoma, they're all minor. Okay, there's nothing major here. It's not like blown engines and things like that. But we know that Toyota's not handling the warranties well on these Tundras. We know that they're very shy, and they're not telling us what's really wrong, and they're not doing their part, and it's upsetting a lot of people, and they're not fixing them right. They're giving them, on a brand new truck, they're giving them short blocks. And we know all this stuff, and this is a huge factor for Toyota in their perceived appearance of being reliable and a top shelf company. It's really starting to work against them tremendously. Then on top of that, we also have the Toyota dealer experience, which is, since COVID, has been the worst of any of them. You can just see the endless. Look at here, just on Reddit. Okay, you know, which Toyota is it normal for the Toyota dealership experience to be so bad? He says, treated like an idiot, my local Toyota dealer. Some saying, what's the best Toyota dealer? First impressions of Toyota dealerships, putrid. Reputable Toyota dealership or salesperson looking for some of these. Another disappointing experience. It just goes on, you know. Toyota corporate and chalked it up to scammy dealer. It just ends up too frustrating dealer experience. I mean, you can just go anywhere through here and stop and look. Another Toyota dealership in an area that aren't garbage. I mean, it's like I said, it's an endless supply of anyone else have a terrible experience at Toyota. It's endless. Okay, they're going down hill very quick with this stuff. And then on top of that, what do we got here? What did they do? The prices. The prices are through the roof. We just look at this. 2024 Toyota truck prices are crazy. Look at. I mean, it's just, again, endless amounts of videos and people talking about the insane prices, the huge middle finger Toyota gave to every one of its customers with these prices. They've just taken it over the top. So all of these things combined have created this snowball effect, this perfect storm of misery for Toyota that has put them in a place right now that's really, really bad. We need to see them turn this around and climb out of it, or they're going to lose a lot of people. They're losing market share. Their vehicles are depreciating pretty good, or took a big hit anyway. They're offering bigger discounts on Toyotas now than they ever have in history. In history, I've never seen the amount of money off on brand new, especially brand new models, or redesigns as we're seeing right now. This is an absolute nightmare for Toyota, and it's happened very quick, but it is a perfect storm of misery. I'm curious what you think of it. Would you buy a Toyota today? Would you not buy a Toyota today? I don't really care about the ones that are going to say, well, it's junk now. I'd rather hear honest opinions and some real thoughts on this. Do you trust them? Do you think they'll bounce back? Will they become a good dealership again, or a good brand again? Can they recover quickly? Or are you done with them and writing them off and moving on because there's so many great vehicles out there to choose from besides that? Do you accept an apology from Toyota for what's happened? Or do you think that the middle finger that they gave you with all this stuff is too much? Where do you stand? Fill us in. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.